Now, editing pages is pretty simple. Once you're logged in, you can actually just visit the page, and now that we're logged in, you'll see there's a little control panel box up at the top here, and at the very bottom of the content of a page there's this little tiny edit button, edit page, and you can click this and it will actually take you to the window that you can get to the same way if you were to just go back to your administration panel and click pages. Once you click pages, you'll see all the pages. These pages look funny because these are actually children of the services page, so they put a dash in there. For instance, we'll edit the actually we won't edit any pages, we will create a new page, and this will be the same basically dialogue as editing a page. At the top you've got the add new button. Click that. This is where the title of the page goes. This is where the content of the page goes, and you can use this editor here to kind of change the text, make it bold, put in links, and you can also insert pictures using these buttons up here. So also, if you're familiar with some HTML, because a lot of these pages I've done some custom HTML to put in, you know, columns and kind of format the content a certain way. You can click this HTML tab, and this will actually give you the HTML version of what you're looking at. So assuming that you're not going to be using that, we'll go back to visual and we'll type in some test text, and then for instance you can maybe make a small chunk of it bold. You could put in a link by highlighting the text that you want to link and then clicking this button, and then you would just copy or paste the URL in, and the title is optional. Or there's actually this way of inserting a link. So if you click the or link to existing content, it's probably the easiest way to do it. You can just select from one of the pages that are currently made. So you can see that clicking contact us, it fills in the details for you, and then you just click add link, and now this is linked. If we want to insert a picture, we're going to insert a picture to the right of this text here. To make it float to the right of this text, you actually want to put your cursor at the very beginning of the text here. Otherwise it'll actually kind of float down here somewhere. It'll kind of be in a box down here instead of a box starting at the top of the main line. So you put your cursor at the beginning of the block, and for example we'll just put in another block and we'll put our cursor here, and you can see what I'm talking about. So then you click the upload and insert button, and there's a few ways of inserting it. Pictures that are already in your library that you have already uploaded will show up under media library. You can also insert just from a URL from maybe an external website, but you'll probably just be uploading it from your computer. So you can drag the files into this area here, or you can just click select files and then find the pictures that you're looking for. So we will upload this picture. Now what it does is it allows you to edit the title and some of the other information for this picture, and this picture will be inserted into this media library for later use, and that's what some of this information is used for. The link URL, you can have this picture link to a certain page, but we're just going to leave it as blank. And then there are different sizes that you can choose from. Full size is the full size of that image, which in this case is 980 pixels by 330 high, but that's going to be way too big for the type of image that we're trying to insert, so you can just click one of these pre-sized images. Medium should work for us. And then you're going to want this, we're going to put in the title of this, we'll just office picture, and we'll skip all the rest of it. And we want this picture to float to the right of that text block that we were just looking at. So alignment right is what you want to select. Then you just simply click Insert into Post. So now you'll see that this image, it's been shrunk down to the 300 pixel wide medium size, and it's floating to the right of this block of text. All these pages have options here as far as the layout that you would like, and we haven't used any of these sidebar layouts because we really don't have any content to put on the sidebar yet, but so you're going to want to use this layout at the right, which is the full page layout. And then page title, you can turn that on or off. You'll see what that looks like when you change it. You'll want to probably just leave these active elements the way they are, but for instance, if we were to look at this services page, you'll see down here, this is what they call the breadcrumbs. And if we were to visit this page, you'll see how the breadcrumbs work. It's home, services, and then the sub-page of services, business, tax planning, and consulting. If we didn't want that on this page, we would just drag this over here. And then if you wanted, say, that slideshow on the home page, you could drag that over here and put it above or below the actual content of the page. And then the slideshow, you can actually change the slideshow options here, and you're going to want to change these links that automatically default to wordpress.org. Just leave them blank. So we will, just as an example, put this slideshow on the page, but you can also change these pictures for that certain page. Under SEO options, you can change the title and some of the stuff that the user won't see here, but some of the search engines will, like Bing and Yahoo will see the description and keywords. So the title will be, in this case, is test page, and I think we can use, we'll just type in test page with an underscore. Spaces might not be allowed. And then description would be a short paragraph describing the content. So we'll just type in test. And then the keywords are keywords describing the content. So test page example, and you can use commas and spaces to separate these words. You don't need spaces, but it might make it easier for you to read. So that's what that will look like, and this just helps out the search engine optimization. And then on the right here, you'll see that there's the option for this page to be a parent of a certain page. So we're not going to make it a parent, but if it was a parent of service, or if it was a child of services, you would just click services. And we're going to make this its own page. And that pretty much covers the basic page settings. If you click publish now, we should see it by refreshing the main website, and it shows up in the navigation menu, which is making it drop a line, but this is just as an example, and it's going to be deleted right after this video. So now you can click the link, and this is what the page looks like. You've got your slideshow underneath the content, and we can always go in and edit this picture and all of the content. You can just click this edit button, or you can go back to this pages area and click the edit button. So we're going to delete this, and to do that you can just click the trash button, and it puts it into the trash. If you were to want to refresh this, bring it back to life, you can just click this trash link up here, and you can click restore or delete permanently if you like. So that basically covers managing the basic content, except for we'll look at the footer content next, and that is managed through appearance and widgets. So if you click widgets, these are the widget areas, and if we were to utilize the sidebars like I was describing earlier, you could put various widgets into these sidebars, and there's a lot to choose from, like calendars and a list of the pages, which is a little redundant since you have them at the top of the page here. But you can put in pictures and advertisements and things like that, a search bar. The footer area here is what contains all of the text in the footer. So we've got 4 columns. There's this box, this box, this box, and this box. And all you need to do, you can even drag in another type of widget, but we've got it set up how you want it right now. So you can just click the drop down. If we wanted to edit this About Us area, you just click the first widget. Here's the title that shows up, and then this is the actual content. Now I've wrapped this content in a paragraph tag, which is P, and then obviously the end of a tag, it needs to be / and then the name of the tag, so / P. But in this particular case, it's most likely not needed. So to make life easy, I'm going to remove that. We'll click Save. Now if we refresh this and look at the footer, it should look fine. It looks fine to me. So, except for the error, and that's because I deleted the page that we were just on. So that looks great, and we'll take a look at some of the other boxes like services. Now this one looks a little bit more complicated because this one is actually some HTML. There's a list here with the bullets. So to do that, you're going to need to know a little bit of HTML, but you can always just type in your own text, and you can contact us if you'd like us to change it for you. So that covers the footer area. This is the box with the maps. So I've left the title blank, and then this code was generated from Google's map pages. There's a little link button that it'll give you some code, and I've customized it so that it fits properly in that area. And I just simply pasted it in, and that's how you get this little area with the View Larger Map button, so you can get directions. That pretty much covers it, except for on this About Us page, there's this nice little kind of area here, a little title area, and if we go to the About Us page, we should see where that is changed. That is what they call a call out. So if you were to create a new page and you wanted that call out, you would just drag the call out over to above or below the actual page content. In this case, we have it above the page content, and then these little boxes here are the active elements for this page. So call out, call out. If we click on this, here's the content that goes into this call out area. And once again, I've used some HTML to kind of make it look a little cooler. Here's what it would look like without the custom HTML. I'll just take this out of here and hit save. So here it is with my custom HTML, and there it is without my custom HTML. So we'll go back and put that in again, and it's good as new. That pretty much covers it. There's a lot of other changes that can be made, including the contact form. This is a custom contact form here that we've made for you, but it's kind of for advanced users, and we will cover that in later videos.